touching, but not to the point of having sex. My parents always told me to respect myself so other people will respect me. But I think I'm very in love with my Canadian boyfriend very much. He is 52 years old and in good shape. He told me that even in the taxi, if we're together, he can't hold it. So it means he's gonna eat me no matter what I will say to him. Please respect my problem, Cecil.
No, it's not normal for someone who has abstained all of her life so that she can save herself for her husband. So, no, it's not normal to have sex on the first meeting, and it's certainly not normal to have sex in the taxi on the way home.
I think it's just a joke, right?
Yeah, okay, well, I just made a joke. You need to tell him to respect you in the same way that your parents taught you to respect yourself. And just because you are in love with this guy, you know, you need to meet face to face, and you need to assess whether this is someone that is the one that was meant to be the first, and that's important. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I just, what do you call that? I'm not, my advice to you, right? You should know that Canadian first, right? You should know, have time to get to know with him, right? Rather than giving to yourself, because you've been reserved yourself for the right person. And if you think that he's the right one, then and your parents approve with it, then you're gonna talk about marriage, about that. Then maybe if he cannot hold, right? As long as there's already an assurance to yourself that the two of you are meant for each other, right?
Yes.
In other words, might be he's gonna propose you for engagement, right? So, but you know, this is the different types before, the generations now compared to 50 years before, right? Where before, it's 50 years ago, they're always saying that you should have married first before sex, right? But now we're in the millennial, we're in the latest life, right? But still we need to but still having purity before marriage is really important, especially if you're in the Christian community, if you're in the Christian's relations, that because it's a thing that you need to reserve for yourself, right?
Yeah, it's just important that you at least know where you stand, because the thing is that evidently you have seen each other on Skype, and you've talked and you've seen each other's expressions and all of that, and you know whether there's chemistry, and apparently there is on both sides, because you're saying that you're not sure whether you would be able to hold yourself back.
Yeah,
well,
I think you're both in love with each other. You know?
Yeah, but at least give it a little time.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I would think, that
Yeah,
you would need to give it a little time so that you're sure. Now, the idea of time, who knows? When
Yeah,
you're
like,
really enjoying yourself, time goes very, very quickly.
Yeah, like for example, get to know with him what he likes, how he's behaving in front of your family, in front of your parents, how he react on the life that you have, in the life that you have, you know. So yeah. Try to be observant, you know. Try to be observant on your mind, on your not just follow your heart, but at the same time use your mind, use your eyes, open your eyes on what's happening while he's there, how he communicates, how he behaves. Then
yeah,
if you think that he's the right person and you're very in love and you cannot hold, he cannot hold, as long as you have an agreement that this relationship will go to the next stage, right? So
well, you got to be sure that he's not just here for the action.
Yeah, but I think
that happens.
Yeah, but I think when you see each other, I think it will what do you call that? It eventually fall how it will fall, right? You know?
Yeah. You would hope so.
Yeah, but I think as the letter is, they both in love with each other. You know, you both in love, but always
Face to face is
different.
is
You
needed.
know, you need
Face
to
to
you need
face.
to meet him first, and if he's in Manila, it's just minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Cebu to Manila, the airplane, it just happened in this pandemic, but make sure that he is not positive in coronavirus, right?
Well, you might want to make sure if he's not positive in a few other things as well.
Yeah.
If he's been in Manila. Okay, so I don't know what kind of an agreement that you have, but if you are both professing your love for each other, then he shouldn't have been having the action that Manila is sometimes famous for.
It's somewhere in, what do you call that, the place in where there's also Angeles, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a lot in YouTube.
Yeah,
Somewhere
he
in
could have been-
Pampanga, right? You've been in Pampanga.
It's not likely, but he could have been having fun and bringing something to share with you other than Corona. So I think it's fair. It's fair to expect that you are safe on all fronts. Safe on all fronts.
Yeah, that's why that's another point why he said you should not have right away and reserve to yourself and get to know him first, because you don't know if he has some disease, if he has some transmitted disease, and it will be transferred to you, right? It's not just a
You can go to places where they'll do tests and you can have it back almost the next day, or in some cases the same day. So it's fair to expect that. He may be expecting, say, for instance, you to have a celibat, that you haven't been married before. He doesn't know that.
Yes, in
So it just in the same way that it's okay for him to demand that and for you to meet that request, it's also okay to be sure that whatever he has is okay with you.
Yeah, like he needs to have a test. He got some, what do you call that? HIV test, hepatitis.
Yeah.
You know.
So you need to have those tests.
Yeah, but the
before
bottom is respect yourself as your parents says. Because
That's-
purity is important.
Yes.
And you've been holding that yourself because you want to give it to the right person. So make sure that he's the right one. You know. So the answer, your question is it normal to have sex in the first meeting? I think it depends on the kind of mindset the person is. Because
I think we lost the word normal many years ago, as Beth said. We don't have a normal anymore. Whatever Bill Gates may say.
No, I think it's just depend of your of how you've been raised. When you think that it should be given to the right person because it's like a gift. So, but as I said, we're now in the what do you call that? The new generations where people are been like out exchanging.
We're in the now.
Yeah,
that's the point.
But you know your answer.
Yeah.
When you're
Good
in
luck.
love.
Good
Best
luck.
wishes, and at the same time reserve yourself.